Little footsteps by the garden, morning sunlight on your face, couples laughing near the fountain, in this quiet blooming place. Painted bicycles keep passing under skies so soft and blue. Every corner of the parkland feels romantic close to you. Tiny flowers by the pathway, sweet perfume within the breeze, while we wander through the gardens beneath the tall green willow trees. Soft reflections on the fountain, clouds are floating far above. Every little glance between us feels connected here by love. Warm sunlight across the benches, birds are singing through the square, while the distant cafe music drifts so softly through the air. Flowers glowing in the morning, golden colors fill the sky. Every melody around us feels too beautiful to hide. Hold my hand beside the flowers before the hours drift away. Only jazz and quiet gardens in the park where we can stay. Open pathways in the sunshine, soft wind moving through the trees, two hearts walking through the flowers, floating gently with the breeze. Tiny flowers by the doorway, morning rain upon the stone, golden light across the cafe, turning silence into home. Old records beside the window, softly spinning through the air. Every little melody lingers like a dream still waiting there. slowly moving with the sunlight, quiet footsteps on the floor. Every hour feels like forever. Every glance becomes much more. Flowers blooming through the morning, coffee warming gentle hands, soft jazz drifting through the garden, like a song that understands. Stay beside me through the daylight, where the world feels calm and slow. Only music, light and flowers, in a place the heart can know. Tiny flowers near the fountain, silver ripples in the light, couples walking through the gardens, under skies so soft and bright. Old newspapers on the benches, coffee drifting through the air. Every little peaceful moment feels like music everywhere. Soft wind moving through the willow, leaves are dancing slow and free, while the distant trumpet lingers, like an old forgotten dream. Nothing rushing through the morning, only quiet harmony, like the park itself is breathing in a gentle melody. Flowers blooming by the pathway, golden sunlight on the trees. Every note becomes a memory, floating slowly with the breeze. Stay beside me through the morning, where the world feels warm and slow. Only jazz and quiet gardens, in a place our hearts can know. crowded stone. Still somehow we feel alone. Tiny cafe, wooden chair, flower perfume in the air, coffee steam and sleepy skies, golden sunlight in your eyes, old jazz playing soft and low, like a song from long ago. Slowly the morning moves, softly the city blooms. Stay here a while with me, where the world feels half asleep, where the sunlight falls so slow, and love moves gentle as the smoke. Hold my hand across the table, like this little dream is stable. In this quiet cafe light, everything will be alright. Little footsteps down the street, birdsong mixed with coffee heat, flower petals in the wind touch the pages on your skin. People pass, but time stands still. Morning air beside the hill, every second feels brand new when the sunrise starts with you. No heavy rain, no endless night, just flower air and morning light. One slow dance, one silent kiss, a life as soft and warm as this. Stay here a while with me, where the jazz flows endlessly, where the flowers softly sway, and worries slowly fade away. Golden mornings, coffee glow, hearts that never need to rush anymore. In this little terrace dream, life is softer than it seems. Golden sunlight on your hair this morning, coffee steam dancing through the air, magnolia flowers slowly waking, soft white petals everywhere, tiny footsteps on the terrace floor, old cafe beside the painted street, Time moves slower when you smile at me, like the world forgot its speed, and the city fades away. Only your laughter remains, wrapped inside this gentle day, like warm light after rain. Stay with me in this magnolia morning, where the sky glows soft in shades of gold. Two hearts drifting through a quiet garden, living slowly, never growing old. Coffee cups and blooming conversations, tender kisses underneath the sun. In this little terrace dream together, life feels softer when you're the one. Vintage music from the old cafe radio, floating lightly with the breeze, curtains swaying near the open windows, morning humming through the trees. Your reflection shining in the teacup, eyes like honey in the dawn. Every second feels like forever, every worry now is gone. No rushing trains, no crowded nights, only flowers and golden light. The world can wait a little while, as long as morning holds your smile. Stay with me in this magnolia morning, where the garden glows in amber skies. Slow romance upon the quiet terrace, with the sunlight resting in your eyes. Magnolia petals falling softly, like a dream too beautiful to end. In this peaceful little cafe moment, I could love you, life again and again. Morning sunlight on the wooden floor, coffee shadows by the open door, magnolia flowers in the golden air, soft wind moving through your hair. Little cafe waking with the day, old jazz drifting slowly far away. Every moment feels so warm and new when the morning starts with you, and time moves slow where flowers bloom. Your gentle smile lights up the room. Stay with me beneath the morning light, where the world feels peaceful, warm and bright. Magnolia petals dancing in the sun, like our little dream has just begun. Soft cafe melodies fill the air, golden sunlight resting everywhere. In this quiet life our hearts have found love in every tiny sound. Vintage windows open to the breeze, birdsong floating softly through the trees. Your reflection shining in my cup, like the dawn is waking up. Slow conversations underneath the sky, watching little clouds drift slowly by. Every second passing tenderly feels like home beside me. No rushing nights, no city noise, just morning skies and quiet joy. A simple kiss, a gentle glow, two hearts alive and moving slow. Stay with me where golden mornings start, magnolia blooming around our hearts, soft jazz playing somewhere far above. On this little terrace filled with love. Little petals on the table, morning colors in the air, sunlight falling through the curtains, dancing softly everywhere. Warm espresso, quiet laughter, tiny shadows on the floor. Every flower in the garden feels like home forevermore. Slowly drifting with the music, golden moments passing by, like a scene from old forgotten summer afternoons in time. Flowers blooming all around us, gentle sweetness in the breeze, soft jazz floating through the garden, whispering between the trees. Stay with me inside this moment, where the world feels far away. Only coffee, light and flowers, turning softly through the day. Painted teacups by the window, old cafe beneath the sky. Every blossom holds a memory of a dream that never dies. Quiet footsteps through the garden, soft perfume and candlelight, while the vinyl keeps on spinning through the slowly fading night. Soft piano in the distance, morning light begins to glow. Vinyl spinning through the silence, like a dream from long ago. Little petals on the table, morning colors in the air, sunlight falling through the curtains, dancing softly everywhere. Warm espresso, quiet laughter, tiny shadows on the floor. Every flower in the garden feels like home forevermore. Old records beside the window, softly spinning through the air. Every little melody lingers, like a dream still waiting there. Slowly drifting with the music, golden moments passing by, like a scene from old forgotten summer afternoons in time. Flowers blooming all around us, gentle sweetness in the breeze, soft jazz floating through the garden, whispering between the trees. Stay beside me through the daylight, where the world feels calm and slow. Only music, light, and flowers, in a place the heart can know. Summer colors on the table, little petals in your hair, warm breeze floating through the garden, carrying music everywhere. Tiny candle shadows dancing across the old cafe walls, while the faded jazz keeps playing like forgotten midnight calls. Painted teacups by the window, old cafe beneath the sky. Every blossom holds a memory of a dream that never dies. Quiet footsteps through the garden, soft perfume and candlelight, while the vinyl keeps on spinning through the slowly fading night. Morning sunlight through the windows, fresh air drifting softly by. Every little peaceful moment paints a glow across the sky. Coffee warming on the table, gentle perfume fills the room, while the morning jazz keeps playing. Flowers quietly start to bloom. Flowers resting on the piano, tiny colors glowing warm. Every melody feels weightless, safe and gentle like the dawn. Flowers blooming near the window, golden sunlight on the sea. Every melody around us feels like timeless memory. Hold this moment softly closer before the evening fades away. Only flowers, jazz, and silence drifting slowly through the day. Stay with me inside this garden, where the air feels soft and gold. Every quiet little moment feels like something we can hold. Morning whispers through the garden, soft piano far away. Flowers glowing in the sunlight, while the vinyl gently plays. Nothing hurried, nothing broken, only quiet harmony, like an old romantic painting lost inside a melody. No one speaks, the world is peaceful, only jazz and summer breeze, like a gentle old September, floating softly through the trees. Golden morning by the window, soft wind moving through the trees. Old cafe and distant music, floating slowly with the breeze. Tiny flowers on the staircase, sunlight resting on the floor. Every quiet little shadow feels familiar once before. Warm coffee beside the record, soft reflections in your eyes, while the gentle jazz keeps drifting under pale September skies. Little moments growing timeless, like a painting washed in gold. Every melody between us feels too beautiful to hold. Slowly dancing through the silence, nothing rushing, nothing loud, only music, light and flowers, passing softly through the crowd. Flowers blooming through the morning, soft perfume within the air. Every note becomes a memory, floating slowly everywhere. Stay with me inside this feeling, where the world feels far away. Only jazz and faded sunlight, turning softly through the day. Vintage voices from the hallway, old piano near the bar, tiny candle flames are trembling like forgotten falling stars. Summer rain upon the windows, silver patterns on the street, while the saxophone keeps singing, slow and warm and bittersweet. Every flower in the garden seems to move with every chord, like the night itself is listening to a love it can't ignore. Golden echoes through the silence, moonlight drifting on the walls. Every little quiet heartbeat feels like distant vinyl calls. Soft wind moving through the curtains, carrying an old refrain, like a dream we almost lived in, somewhere far beyond the rain. Flowers glowing in the twilight, warm reflections everywhere. Every melody still lingers, like perfume within the air. Hold this moment a little longer, before the stars all fade away. Only flowers, jazz and moonlight, falling softly through the gray. Soft piano in the distance, last slow record spinning low. Morning light begins to find us, like a dream from long ago. Morning sunlight through the windows, fresh air drifting softly by. Every little peaceful moment paints a glow across the sky. Coffee warming on the table, gentle perfume fills the room, while the morning jazz keeps playing. Flowers quietly start to bloom. Stay with me beneath the roses, where the day feels warm and slow. Every melody still holds us, like a love from long ago. Golden echoes through the garden, sunlight shining on your face, and the old cafe remembers every dream we used to chase. Soft piano in the distance, vinyl spinning one more time. Morning light surrounds the garden, through the curtains washed in light. No one speaks, the world is peaceful, only jazz and summer breeze. Like a gentle old September, floating softly through the trees. Your lipstick mark still fading on the cup, steam disappearing into strips of light. Outside a bicycle rings once, then silence, and somewhere a window opens to the sky. The waiter hums an old familiar melody without remembering where it came from. You smile like someone waking from a beautiful dream, too slowly to belong to the real world. Maybe love was never fireworks. Maybe it was this instead. Warm coffee growing colder between two hands, while sunlight wandered across the tablecloth. Maybe happiness sounds like distant jazz, floating through half-empty streets, soft enough to miss if your heart was rushing. A flower petal lands beside your fingers. Neither of us moves to brush it away. Morning feels fragile here, like one loud word could break the day. An old man reads the paper near the doorway. Tiny spoons clink against porcelain cups, and your eyes carry that sleepy golden color the sky only keeps for a few minutes after dawn. Saxophone crying softly in the distance. Coffee, sunlight, flowers, silence. Stay until the shadows change direction, until the birds forget their songs, until this little cafe becomes another memory we ache for years from now. Because one day the city will grow loud again, but somewhere inside me, this morning will still be playing slowly. Morning light across the roses, coffee steam beside your hands, old jazz playing through the window, like a dream we never planned. Little flowers on the table, golden sunlight on your hair. Time moves slowly in this garden, Nothing heavy lingers here.
Stay with me in this old cafe, where the world just fades away.
Soft melodies and autumn skies,
vintage love that never dies.
Hold my heart like yesterday, slow dancing while the records play.
Among the flowers we remain,
like old memories in the rain. Tiny whispers through the hallway, candles glowing amber gold. Every smile feels like a movie,
every touch so soft and old.
Evening shadows kiss the garden, saxophone beneath the stars,
and your laughter
drifts around me like a song from distant bars.
Stay with me in this old cafe, where the world just fades away.
Soft melodies
and autumn skies,
vintage love
that never dies.
Golden sunlight falls across the garden, painting roses on the old stone walls. Little cafés glowing in the distance as the evening slowly calls. Magnolia flowers dancing in the warm breeze, white petals drifting through the air. Your soft eyes shining like the summer sky, while music lingers everywhere. No hurried streets, no restless nights, only amber skies and quiet lights. Meet me where the terrace overlooks the flowers, where the world moves slow beneath the fading sun. Coffee cups and lazy conversations, like life has only just begun. In this little garden of old Europe, time dissolves in golden afternoon. No modern noise to steal the moment, only jazz beneath the blooming moon. Vintage lanterns glowing near the doorway, soft reflections on the wine-red floor, tiny echoes from an old accordion, floating gently evermore. We sit together watching people wander through narrow streets of painted stone. No rushing hearts and no anxious mornings. In this world we are alone. The air smells sweet of rain and flowers. No clocks exist, no passing hours. A quiet kiss, a gentle smile, and all the world can wait a while. Meet me where the terrace overlooks the sunset, where magnolia petals softly touch the light. Every moment wrapped in warm nostalgia, like a dream escaping night. In this peaceful corner of the old world, nothing asks for more than being here. Only love and sunlight through the garden, and jazz melodies we barely hear. Magnolia blossoms dancing in the evening light, your soft laughter floating through the warm July night. Tiny cafe by the garden, candles glowing gold, 2 cups slowly steaming while the city turns old. Velvet jazz is playing from a dusty radio. Your fingers brush against mine, moving sweet and slow. Every little moment feels like a movie scene, lost inside your brown eyes and the flowers in between. Time moves softer when you're near, like an old dream reappearing underneath the magnolia trees. You're the melody inside of me. Meet me where the magnolias bloom tonight, where the cafe windows glow in amber light. Hold me close while the old jazz softly sways. Let our hearts get lost inside these golden days. Coffee kisses, vintage records turning slow, moonlight falling on the streets below. In a garden full of flowers and romance, we were made for this magnolia dance. Rain begins to shimmer on the quiet avenue. You pull me a little closer, like lovers always do. Perfume mixed with coffee and the midnight summer air. Every passing second feels suspended somewhere. Silver spoon reflections and the candlelight glow. Old European magic in the way you move so slow. No one else around us, just the music and the rain. Like a faded photograph, we'll always keep the same. If tomorrow disappears and these moments fade away, I would still remember you like jazz floating through the rain. Magnolia petals falling as the vinyl softly sings. Love was never loud with us, it lived in little things. Meet me where the magnolias bloom tonight, where the stars lean gently into city lights. Stay with me until the morning paints the sky like an old romantic movie passing by. Coffee kisses, candle shadows on the wall. Soft trumpet echoes through the garden hall. In a world too fast and cold outside, we found forever for a little while. Morning light across the parkway, soft wind moving through the trees, old jazz floating from a distance, carried gently by the breeze.
Tiny flowers by the fountain, golden sunlight on the lake, people walking slow and quiet, like the city just awakes.
Wooden benches near the pathway, coffee warming in your hands, while the distant saxophone lingers, like a song that understands.
Children laughing by the garden, birds above the willow trees, every little peaceful moment moves together with the leaves.
Nothing hurried in the morning, only light and open skies,
like the world has slowed around us for a while beyond the time.
Flowers blooming through the parkland, soft perfume within the air. Every melody keeps drifting, floating slowly everywhere. Stay with me beside the fountain, where the day feels warm and slow. Only jazz and quiet sunlight in a world we used to know. Little boats across the water, silver ripples in the light. Couples dancing near the garden through the slowly falling night.
Vintage radio beside us, playing songs from long ago, while the summer wind keeps moving through the trees in golden glow.
Every flower near the pathway
seems to sway with every chord,
like the park itself is dreaming
of a life it can't ignore.
Soft piano through the distance, morning clouds above the lake.
All the little quiet feelings
feel too beautiful to break.
Sunlight resting on the roses,
birdsong underneath the sky,
while the warm cafe nearby
lets its melodies drift by. Flowers glowing through the evening, golden colors turning gray. Every note becomes a memory before the daylight fades away. Hold this moment a little longer
before the stars begin to shine.
Only flowers, jazz and moonlight
suspended softly out of time. Empty pathways in the twilight, soft wind underneath the trees.
Last slow record fading gently
with a cool September breeze.